Why did it stop again? So right here is a really expensive piece of junk at the moment. My brother was actually about to throw this thing away. I said, I want it. I don't even drink wine, but I'm sure I can fix it up and use it for something. So here's what we've got going on. That should not be doing that. This is the EdgeStar wine cooler. I looked on their website and I found out that when this happens, it's most likely the AC compressor relay. They don't make that relay anymore. So now I'm on the hunt to find a new relay that will make this thing work again. I just got a part delivered. This supposedly is all that's stopping this wine fridge from working. Let's find out. Supposedly it's this plug right here going to this part right here. So before I figure out how that's connected, so this one has 3 pins. Good grief. Oh, they locked. This is the one I pulled off. And they said, apparently they only use the one. They said the replacement part is a single pin. Let's replace it. Let's see what this thing does. Looks like there's just a little pin that one of these holes, or maybe both, I don't know, slide into. That seems way too easy. Let's find out. Same issue. So it's not fixed yet. Okay, we'll try again. Here's how this works. This top pin is the run circuit. These 2 lower pins are the start circuit. The start relay, these 2 holes go in the lower 2. So they would fit in like that. Get out of the way, light. Seriously, nobody wants you that much. I like you. I don't like you that much. Okay. Sorry about my rude light. The single pin runs that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to hook that on there, and I'm going to hook that there, effectively bypassing everything. I'm gonna plug 110 straight into it, just like that. Will it work? I don't know. Let's find out. By the way, don't try this at home. I am a trained professional in breaking stuff. Unless you too are a trained professional, do not try professionally trained maneuvers like this at home. Here goes nothing. Hey, that's the sound of a compressor cooling. Compressor's running. Okay, so we know that is a good compressor. I'm gonna unplug this. So from that experiment, we know this compressor is good. It starts, it cools, it runs. Everything seems to be good. What I'm leaning to now is it's the transformer that supplies low voltage for this. Because the way this is ticking, the way all the noise is coming from up here, there's some switch, some relay, something in here that's not being able to hold. That's what I'm thinking. I've not seen any schematics, wiring diagrams, shop manuals, anything on this. I'm just 100% going on this is how fridges work because I called Tommy. So next step is to access this low voltage transformer because this board has got to be running on low voltage. I highly doubt they're running a board with LCDs and all that on 110. So somewhere it's dropping the voltage down. So I'm going to start by seeing the voltage that transformer is putting out, and we'll go from there. This is where all the power comes in, so this has to have a transformer in it. Maybe 1 screw, 2 screws, 3 screws. Yep, I thought it was just 3 screws that held it in. Get out of here before I lose you. That's the transformer. There's a control box that does something that should, okay. Output 14.5 volts AC. Which one of these would be output? Okay, so that's ground. There's the 110. There's the 110. Okay, so this one, this is the 110 hot. This is the 110 neutral. This is the 110 ground. Goes here. Also ties into the frame here, which the compressor ties into. So it looks like if I back probe here and here, I should be able to read, if this transformer is good, 14.5 volts. You see we've got almost nothing, no millivolts. Millivolts. I said it like it's milli vanilli. Why do I have 120? Okay, I back probed the wrong ones. 1.16. Holy crap, those are tiny. Okay, I can back probe this way a whole lot easier. Oh, there we go, that's why I wanted to do that. 16.48. But you're supposed to be putting out 14.5. It's 2 volts high, and a low voltage system could cause issues. After doing a little bit of verifying, 16.5 is apparently in the range that this should be putting out. So that means my transformer is good, and it's back to something inside this upper control board. So, moving on. At least I'm knocking issues out one by one. So far I've spent $8. It's a new day in the shop, and by the way, I think the answer is yes. I got a shipment in. So this took, oh my gosh, this took some doing. This was about 2 weeks to get this part, between all kinds of craziness. I've talked to 8 people at Ferguson's. I think it's 8. I don't know. I think I talked to 8 people at Ferguson's just to get this part for this old wine cooler. If your wine cooler is this old, you might have to go through the same thing. If it's still in production or relatively new-ish, this one is, I think, 12 or 13 years old, something like that. But it is all 3 boards. So I've got this board, and then there's 2 on the back. I'm going to start replacing all of these boards. Here we go. These are slightly different. This one, if you notice here at my thumb, I've got that yellowish color one. This one is missing it. I don't know what it's for. I checked, this model number and this date on the boards are identical. So I don't know if maybe that X1 is maybe some option. No idea. But there was 2 boards up there, and then that leaves 1 for down below. So I'll go ahead and button this up, and then I'll go down below. Once I swap that, I'm gonna power it up. Fingers crossed it works and I get this thing out of my life. This thing's been sitting in the garage for 2 or 3 weeks now, and it's in the way and it's not on wheels, so I can't easily move it. All right, so I've got the interior LEDs. I don't remember them working, but then again, the fridge wasn't working. Stay. And if you notice me fumbling around, I don't like boards. I was hoping this was purely mechanical. Little boards or something that I feel like I could break. Same as babies. I don't hold babies. I barely held my own kids because I'm terrified I'm gonna break them. But once they got a little bit older, oh, it's daddy playtime. Done. All right, I got the bottom one installed. I saved you the boringness of swapping it. It was more of the same. You know what it is. So I'm about to plug this in and we'll see if it works. It's set on 54. It's currently 80 degrees. It is running. Fan is blowing cold air. Upper and lower fans are both blowing cold air. Just turned off, maybe because the door's open. Still no lights though. It just kicked back on, so I guess that was because the door was open. I don't know. I'm really not sure. I don't drink wine. I know nothing about wine fridges. I know nothing about wine. But this is done. Praise Jesus. Get this thing out of my garage. Why did it stop again? It's supposed to cool. I don't know. I'm going to walk away and I'm going to pretend that it works. And I'm going to hope that it says 54 and 54 instead of 54 and 80. We'll see. Hey, it's 79. So it's cooled at 1 degree. So it is working.
Much, much later.
It's set on 54 and it's currently 54 in here. It works. Job done. Yes. I had no idea it would be this involved. I figured it'd be something just super quick, like that first $8 part. So, to answer the question, will this fridge be fixed for $8? No. $68. These boards were $60, and that part that I spent $8 on, I didn't even really need to. So, just the boards.